are you affected by the energy soup we're all swimming in? Everything is energy, even what we consider the solid, real world that we experience by our five senses. We see, hear, smell, taste, and touch the physical world around us, but we also experience the effects of what we can't see, like electricity. These energies are frequency, measured in hertz. Like the music we hear, the combination of notes creating chords affect the feeling or vibe we experience. Some make us feel sad, angry, or anxious. Others bring us to a higher space, into happiness, joy, and inspiration. The planets and objects in the space around us also have frequency. Our own Earth hums what's called the Schumann resonance. Its fluctuations are measured and constantly monitored, much like the weather and the activity of our sun. Each planet has its own voice and vibe, giving it personality archetype. The aspects in astrology of squares, oppositions, trines, sextiles, and conjunctions inform the vibrational chord that they create with each other. Frequencies travel forever like waves in the ocean, and this is how the resonance given off by the different planets can affect us from so far away. So the energy soup is the song sung by the bodies in the cosmos that is heard from our perspective on our planet Earth. Let's explore this week's astrological transits along with the intuitive vibe that we pick up from the cards for the four elements. These energy soup videos come in sections. The first has this week's transits. The second has an energy soup card for the collective. The third has the 3 gifts reading for the signs in the 4 elements. The 4 element videos all share the same energy soup transit and collective card section. The sections are time-stamped below, and if you are watching for more than just one element and want to skip that, you can do that if you've already seen it. Thank you so much for watching. I love playing with the stars and the cards, and I've been doing live readings for many years, and I'm really enjoying learning how to bring them to you on YouTube. Thank you so much for sharing my passion for self-discovery. If you'd like to support my growth on this channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. I love hearing how these readings might be working out for you. This week's transits will be discussing the portal between the eclipses. The eclipse seasons and their portals happen twice a year and are always on the new and full moons. The 2 weeks between a solar and lunar eclipse is considered a portal. Eclipse energies are in effect for 6 months up to a year. Eclipses can feel like one is being carried on the current of fate. They can bring unforeseen changes in dynamics and circumstances, sometimes desired, sometimes not. A solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids. It catalyzes new beginnings and is a good time for setting intentions for the future. It can bring unexpected transformational developments, thus triggering profound decisions and life changes. This last eclipse of August 12th took place on the lunar south node of karmic history and past life experience. It is bringing increased awareness around old patterns, beliefs, and habits that inhibit our growth, releasing potential towards movement into the next new cycle. It can teach us to pivot with life's current toward being open to changes that support our true alignment. The upcoming lunar eclipse is on August 27th and 28th, depending on where you are on the planet. Lunar eclipses are like full moons on steroids. They tend to bring to light hidden emotional patterns, attachments, and circumstances that have outlived their usefulness. They catalyze change through revealing what's working and what's not. This can lead to major turning points in life that can steer toward more fulfillment. This eclipse will occur near the lunar north node of soul purpose in this current lifetime. It doubles down on what is being revealed, encouraging decisions to take steps towards that soul purpose in this life as a human running around on the planet. For the collective, these eclipses trigger events on the world stage to progress into the next cycle. Toxic personalities and social, economic, and political systems will continue to be exposed, as well as the negative, unseen positive dynamics in the innovation of community building, individual courage, technology, earth stewardship, and leadership will also come into our awareness. This set of eclipses suggests a wild ride of instability, leading to strong potential for humanity as a whole. There is much opportunity to make great strides to a new vision of our human experience. Be aware of ever-exposing toxicity, but don't get stuck in its quicksand and drown. Using that information to navigate new territory brings valuable wisdom to create better foundations than the old ones that we see crumbling. It is said that during these eclipse portals, the veil is thinner and there's easier access to spirits and dreams. Communication can flow with the non-physical, such as ancestors, spirit guides, God, the universe, angels, and nature entities, whatever appeals to you. It is an excellent time to go within, to focus on what's going on inside you and zoom out into the bigger picture around you. Use whatever tools you are called to: meditation, prayer, yoga, tarot, music, and most of all, just be present in your body and get out in nature. The more of us that focus on our individual purposes, contributing from our true given talents, gifts, and joy, the more energy is generated and focused into the wave of positive growth for all of us. To me, astrology gives language and pattern recognition to the energy dynamics of the universe and our lives. Like surfers on the beach, we can watch the sets of waves for that one that can carry the ride we came for. When timing and conditions are right, we'll know that one when we see it. It is then, with focused intention, we can synchronize to match its energy and catch that ride. So I've pulled 2 cards for our collective today for the energy soup. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Moon reversed. And to me, this is really talking about the Knight of Pentacles being things that are not well planned out. This is a personality or an energy of things not being well planned out and executed. We are seeing so much of that in the world, and pretty self-explanatory. And then also the Moon reversed is about things that have been unseen and hidden are coming to light. And we were just talking about that with these eclipses, and especially the full moon coming up. That's a lot is going to be coming out and into the light, and we're seeing it, we're watching it in the world around us. So this is about the coming to light of unseen things, about things not getting done and not being well planned out, and things just not being taken care of. So we're seeing this out in the world, but in the collective. But we'll be seeing when it correlates with the cards with the elements of how is this happening in your life, because part of the energy soup is that we're all in it. So we're going to see it out in the world, but how is it also happening in your life? And I know certain things that I need to get on top of that I've been been slack on. So this is a great reminder to pay attention to what's going on in your own world as well as what's going on around us. All right, fire signs. We're going to do a 3 gifts reading for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And so the middle card is going to be the gift of where we are right now. What's going on right now for the fire signs? I'm in Aries. pertains to me too. And then this card is going to represent the energies coming in. This is what the universe has lined up in the pipeline based on the frequencies that we're putting out there, that we are bringing and drawing back into and attracting into us. Then this card here representing the energies wanting to flow away from us. So this is the gift of giving something away to someone or the greater collective, or it's to us. It's but a forgiving and allowing something to leave, of letting something go without anger, sadness, resentment, attachment, or judgment. So our first card here will be represented by the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And I've already done a pretty good shuffle on these cards, so I'm just going to do a couple more since we're here all together. And we've got the Judgment reversed. So this can be us having a rough judgment about what's going on around us and seeing what's going on in the world. It could be around this lack of planning and things coming to light. And but this can also be going inwards towards ourselves, of what we are seeing that is not getting done, that we didn't plan for and take care of, and now we're kind of being caught. And so this is a big energy. This is a major arcana, and so we're kind of at that point right now of we're seeing things. We are kind of watching a crumbling of things, and I think we're just seeing where are we at right now, where it's like, oh, okay, what have I not taken care of? Or in our immediate, we're projecting this out to others. So the energy's coming in, and this will be represented by the Rock and Roll Tarot by Vicki Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And let's see. So we've got the Ten of Cups. So this is great news. I feel like the Ten of Cups really is kind of referred to as the happily ever after card. It's an emotional card with being in the element of water. So it's about our emotions and our psychic sensitivities. So as a 10, it's the end of a cycle. And so I feel like this is about, even though we may be looking at what things aren't being done right now and what is coming to light of, oh no, this has not been taken care of. I feel like that energy of the Judgment, and with the collective cards, it's kind of a, what was I thinking, or what are they thinking? And how did we get into this position? I feel like what we're bringing in is a card of, in the end, it's all going to be good, and we're going to feel really good about what we have built with community, family, and for ourselves in the future. This is a really great. I feel so good about this. It's rather refreshing. So anyway, there's that, and then the position of the energy that wants to flow away. It is represented by the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. Really love this deck. Got it for my birthday a couple years ago. Okay, so we have got the Eight of Swords reversed. So this is about getting out of our own way in our own head, of stopping living in fear, of being stuck in our own ways and stuck in our ideas. And I really feel like this is about allowing old ways of thinking to just flow away from us and just let it go. I find this reading to be really, really straightforward. We need to just get out of our own way, look at all the things that in the practical world have not been taken care of. And often it's because we've been so stuck in a way of thinking about things that's not where our focus was. We were too busy worried about something else. And so I think this is about getting real in the practical world, taking care of what needs to be done on the ground, and building towards that emotional fulfillment, because we've taken care of our bodies and our health and our homes and our relationships. So I have 2 other cards that I'd love to support this reading. And one of them is from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle deck. And this is also by Vicki Verley. And I look at these as being kind of practical guidance to work our way through all this stuff. I think it's so in our face of what is going on. And I really feel like as we're watching things go down in the world and things coming to light, that us taking responsibility for our own role in our worlds and what we can control is going to be really crucial. And so we've got the Dove. And this is about, we can watch everything crumble. We've got all kinds of skirmishes, wars, like so much going down in the world. And I feel like this is where we really need to focus on peace. And so the Dove says peace, hope, faith, and love, marriage, partnership, union, nurturing the divine feminine, utterances of souls departed. So really, I feel like, this is about calling in. This is about calling in that peace, hope, faith, and love, because that's what we're trying to build. We need to be the change that we want to see in the world. And it really is up to all of us individuals in ourselves being true to what we really feel is right and living into our own integrity and dreams. It's all going to add up. It's going to hit that crucial point where we are the wave that is going to submerge all the BS that we're seeing in the world. And so marriage, partnership, and union, this is about a family. And whether, it doesn't have to mean immediate biological family. It's about building a family of friends. It's about building the family of community. It's about building the family of humanity, that we're all in on this together. And so I feel like it is about working that as individuals. We are still in partnership with each other as humans, all on this planet together. Nurturing the divine feminine. And so, this really is about, the divine feminine is about attraction, of bringing in what you want by setting the stage that you want to see and be in, and attracting that same thing towards you. I feel like out in the world, there's a lot of anger and jealousy and finger pointing, and we're not going to change each other by arguing, finger pointing, name calling, and blowing each other up. It's really going to be about us creating a world where we're really happy and we're thriving and we're doing great and we've got good people around us. And I think that the people around us that see that are not doing well are going to go, wow, I want some of that. And I think it's about leading by example rather than trying to force a change in any particular way. And utterances of souls departed. So I believe this really is about listening to the ancestors. The veil is thin here and during the portal between the eclipses. And, it may not be the voices in your head, although I often hear my father talking to me in my head about my messy room that I'm not taking care of and all those little things. But I feel like sometimes it comes through memories of people and situations that bring in remembrances, whether they're pleasant or not. I believe those are our ancestors speaking to us through memory of listen to what they're saying. How do you feel when you think about those things and remember them? Those are the messages, and go by what those feel. I think that's going to be something that we really need to learn to build the muscles and skills around how to listen to that part of ourselves. And then the other card I have are the flower petals, and I just like these cards. They're just simple messages, and being a farmer and a gardener, I really enjoy listening to the plants and the animals. Sometimes we humans just talk too much. Okay. And so we've got the lilac. So the lilac says, the future is sometimes lost in the wanderings of yesterday. So I think that's probably, we were just talking about the utterances of souls departed and listening to our memories. And I feel like those things coming up, we don't want to get stuck in that. I think that's going to be part of walking away from old ways of thinking and getting stuck in, it could be just situations with people, but it can also be ideologies that we're so stuck in that we won't look at what we really need to practically, boots on the ground, progress forward. And so I think this is about not getting stuck in that so that we can move forward. Yeah, I found this to be an extremely straightforward reading for the fire signs, and I'm taking this to heart myself. I really hope that you can take the time of this portal between the eclipses. We get it twice a year to really just touch in with ourselves. We got a whole 2 weeks to do it. This whole week, around this reading is within that portal. And just take some time, when you're waking up in the morning, or having that cup of coffee, or petting your dog, or whatever it is, driving to work, whatever it is, to just take note, step back out of your run around in your life and touch in with yourself. Well, I hope this meant something to you, and please let me know if it did. I really appreciate any comments. Have a great rest of your week. Bye. Wow.